Well, what you're seeing today at harvest is where sort of the vineyard and the winery come together. We send the pickers out into the field. They are, today, like I said, they're doing a clip and drop. So essentially they're literally just using secateurs, cutting off each bunch, throwing those into the bins. And then we begin the process of processing, which is to weigh all the fruit so that we know how much we've actually harvested this year. From the point of weighing, we then use our fruit elevator, which is just a big conveyor belt with steps on it, and we tip the bins into the elevator, which then feeds it into what's called a destemmer. And what it does is it knocks all the berries off the stems, and the berries fall out the bottom, and the stems get spit out the end. The reason that we do this is that if you chew on a stem, well, you can go do it sometime. It's a pretty bitter green taste. This is not a flavor we want in our wine. What we want is good, ripe fruit flavors. So we don't want the stems in there, so that's why they're removed. From there, we're just sliding the fruit right into our fermentation tanks, and that's where the winery really takes over, and we go into this whole process of alcoholic fermentation, where where the sugar is being converted to alcohol, and we do the things that we can to bring the flavors out in the wine that we want. We do something a little different here than a lot of wineries. Most wineries will do typically what they call a crush, which is after the fruit is destemmed, it will go through a series of rollers which actually crushes the berries up. So what we do is another technique which is called whole berry fermentation. And what that allows you to have happen is that each berry almost becomes a miniature fermentation tank. What we're doing this year is we're kind of playing around and experimenting. We're doing sort of about a 30 to 40% crush this year, and having about the rest of it as whole berries. So instead of using this crusher that does quite a vigorous and brutal crush, almost, if you could imagine, almost like taking your grapes and throwing it in a blender. So instead of doing that, we employ a very simple technique that has been done by the Greeks and I think perhaps even the Egyptians, who I think were the first ones to make wine, if my wine history is correct, but I'll probably be wrong now that I've said that, is to jump in and stomp them with your feet. I opted to use my food-grade chemical boots today to keep my feet from being purple for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and just for the extra added sanitation of it. So that was the whole purpose of me jumping in there and breaking things up, was to basically give us a light crush, so we could be somewhere between that 100% whole berry fermentation and that partial crush, so that we can try to get the most out of those flavors and colors that we're trying to get up that are all locked inside the skins.